Welcome back to the Lorenzo Primerano Show, where we talk about Philly sports, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, stay tuned for your Philly sports news. Do you want daily sports news and not have to wait every Saturday for the podcast? Visit my Twitter at Lorenzo_12_24 for all the news. Welcome back to the Lorenzo Primerano Show, and it has been a hot minute since we have been here again for the third or fourth straight week. There has hardly been any news to report, but thankfully this week we have a little bit of everything, and hoping that we can break it down on episode 19. We are almost 20 episodes into the Lorenzo Primerano Show, and a lot more to go. I can't believe it's been almost 20 weeks. I would love to put the word straight, 20 straight weeks, but I did fail to do that. But we are on our 19th episode, and off the bat, I want to get into the Phillies. And surprisingly, this week, it is not bad whatsoever. The Philadelphia Phillies are 15-2 in June, and it couldn't be any more happier. Actually, when they were 15-2 before today. They did not close out the series, but they won 4 out of 5 against the Washington Nationals, so you can't be too angry about that. But they are 15-3 in June, and hopefully they can win a lot more in June. We have like 2 weeks left. Come on. The Phillies can do it. They're 4 games above 500, more than what was from, I think, last week. I think we were a game over 500. But now we're 4 games above 500. Could have been 6 if we would have won today. Could have been a big difference there. But, I'll take it. 4 out of 5 at Washington. We're doing good. We are fighting. We are fighting Phils. And I think it was actually a couple games back where it was something with their last 16. It was the first time they won 14 out of 16 games since 2010 of September, I believe it was. I mean, that is insane. It shows you how much we've stunk. Really, how much we are just completely awful the past 10 years. But hopefully this is where it all ends this year. That's enough with Phillies. The Phillies, I do want them to just give us a lot of hope at the end of this month. Maybe we can report about them being in a wild card spot. Last night when I checked, they were 1.5 games out of a wild card. Of course, Atlanta has just been on their run. I think Atlanta maybe won 15 in a row. They've had a better stretch than we do, and of course, it has to happen, right? And they can't lose 2-3 games. I want to go over the Eagles news. Nothing really happened. A couple things that Eagles fans are pissed about, especially me, but I'll get to that just a few minutes. We signed a safety from the 49ers, and I have no freaking clue how to pronounce this guy's name whatsoever. It's Jaquiski Tart? I might have said that right. I don't know, but the Eagles have signed Jaquiski Tart. I think my dad said something about this yesterday. He might have dropped. I don't know if any of you watched the NFC game earlier this year, but I think he might have dropped that wide open interception against the LA Rams. I remember, because that was oh man, that might have been him. I'm not sure. But you know, it's kind of a nobody, I guess. Never. I mean, I've never heard of him before. Maybe he's good, maybe he's not. But you know, if I haven't heard of him, then ooh, tough luck, I guess. The second thing that happened in Eagles news this week is something that nobody was happy about, including me. The Eagles changed their logo. Not their main one, the one that has like the Eagles on it. I don't know what to call it. But if you are following my Twitter at Lorenzo_12_24, you would have saw the difference and what it was. I can see why they did it. To make it look a little more modern. Of course, all the other NFL teams have been doing it, but I don't agree with it at all. I just think it just looks bland. It doesn't look like it's got any like enthusiasm to it. It looks like they just put together the word Eagles and cut triangles on the side of the letters. I'm not even like joking about that. It's literally what it looked like they just did. They look like they took the word Eagles, cut triangles into the sides of some of the letters, and just said, "Here's a new logo." Like, okay, you know, I wasn't that I don't know. No one was happy about it, really. I don't know why they did it. I guess it's just, again, I think it's just to have it look more modern. I don't know. It doesn't really like make me you know, like, oh man, that's actually really, really cool. No, it's all right. I can see why they did it. I mean, it still looks cool, but it's not as cool as what the original one was. And hopefully they don't do that to the logo, if you know what I mean. That would be bad, because I think our logo is probably one of the best logos in the league. Enough with Eagles news. I want to go to Flyers news. One thing happened this week. There was rumors that John Tortorella, that's his name, John Tortorella. There was rumors that John Tortorella was going to be the Flyers head coach. Not so much rumors, but they picked him to be it, but they didn't finalize the deal until maybe 2 days later. And the Philadelphia Flyers' new head coach, their 23rd in franchise history, will be John Tortorella, is the new Flyers head coach. And something you don't want to hear is this might be the 7th coach in 13 years. I forgot what I saw. I saw something on Instagram. Yeah, not that good for the Flyers. You know, they've been sucking recently, so I can see why. But I never agreed with firing Vigneault in the beginning of the season. Well, not in the beginning. Yeah, it was in the beginning of the season. Yeah, I think it was like 20. It might have been a little over 30 games in where he got fired, but I never agree with it at all. I think they were just worse from it. But not even that. I don't even think they should have done it. I know last year. Wait, the year before that they sucked too. But I think they were at least better than what they were this year. I don't know. I don't know. The Flyers organization just been really downhill the past couple years. So I mean, the NHL, really, there's nothing to report on the Flyers. But I want to talk about the Colorado game last night, because the Colorado Avalanche obliterated. I mean obliterated the Tampa Bay Lightning 7-0 at home. The Colorado Avalanche take a 2-0 lead in the Stanley Cup final. Holy crap. Now, I know I expressed what I last week. I said that I want Colorado to win it all. I don't want to see Tampa three-peat, and that's what is going my way so far. And I do think if Colorado can take a win either in game 3 or 4, they have the whole series. I mean, they look freaking unstoppable. They looks like no one can beat them whatsoever, and it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, but Colorado, I mean, they deserve to win the cup. They've been rebuilding for forever, really. I think the last time they were there was 2001, and they won it actually. Yeah, so that's the team I'm rooting for the final, because no one wants to see crappy Tampa Bay three-peat. So maybe that dynasty can finally end. And maybe the Flyers can be in the Stanley Cup final in a couple years or next year. I'll take anything like that. This is not really Union news. Union, I mean, they haven't. I guess they're just playing. Really, I know they played yesterday. I haven't been keeping them up with them recently because I think something with I don't think they haven't been playing recently because I think all the World Cup teams, something like that. I don't know. But Philly will be actually one of the host cities for the World Cup. One of 16 cities to host the World Cup. I'm excited. Philly, it's going to be in Philly. Maybe try to get some tickets there. But, they're going to be hella expensive. There's not really that much to report at all any of these weeks, but we got a good podcast in 12 minutes. I'll take it. It's not been what our usual ones have been. This has been another Primerano Show, episode 19. Next week will be episode 20. I can't believe it already. Go follow my Twitter at Lorenzo_12_24 for daily Philly sports news. If you want to wait for the podcast, still follow it anyway. You might get a glimpse of what we'll be talking about the following week. So, this has been the Lorenzo Primerano Show, and we will see you all next week.